Hello, and welcome to Blades and Banners, a Tales of the Valiant actual play set in the Eberron campaign world. Mia, what happened last time?
Finian and Eliwise and Sohina left Orin on the ship with the two prisoners and went to visit Lord Kalis, who was extremely hospitable and kind and very blue-eyed, and yet still Finian didn't want us to stay over and take the opportunity to be fed in the morning and have Eliwise be healed by the cleric. I mean, it was really incredibly rude on Finian's part, frankly.
Can't stand that guy.
Kalis offered all of the hospitality. We said no thank you. And we found out what he needed from us, and there is a pitch black crystal type artifact that is in the hills, inland and to the west of the coast, and it's about a day and a half's walk, where it is ominous and dangerous, and we decided we were going to take off the next day. We left Orin on the ship again. We slept on the ship, then left Orin there, and we set out with a map given to us by Kalis to go to find this artifact among very old ancient cairns. And
Indeed.
I think that's what we got.
That is. Well, right up until the late afternoon of the first day, when you have now been set upon by a multi-legged serpentine draconic creature that is hissing and everything at you. I would take a roll of nature or perception or anything you want to know anything about this creature in advance of this encounter.
My nature is 11, so I see it.
11.
Nat 1 for my nature.
Oh no.
Oof.
I have rolled an 11. I have a +1, and then do we also add our proficiency?
If you're proficient in the skill, you do.
All right, so it's just +1.
Okay. None of you have any
12.
idea what this is. Some kind of multi-legged lightning snake.
Great. It's a great start that we're assigning snakes legs in our descriptions of things. We know exactly what's happening right now.
That is so cool.
It is up on a big rock, kind of clinging down. This thing is huge. Okay, it is not like an anaconda, but like that times 5. Like this is a big creature, and it hisses at you with this sort of keening, moaning sound, and you can see lightning sort of crackling around its jaws.
No, thank you. We're all right. Just passing through is all. No need to.
Yeah. Maybe it's injured.
We don't know anything.
You don't know anything. So
I'm just theorizing.
I guess roll initiative.
And I would like to say that upon seeing it, Sohina would just put her arms out and sort of stand in front of the two of them, just instinctively. 16 plus 3. That's
I need y'all
19.
to go back to rolling for me, please.
I also am about to go get some physical dice.
Play like I'm not here again, please. That went so much better for Finian.
Okay. So, Eliwise, what is your
3. A total of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Finian?
7. You may need a new pen to write down all that.
Mhm.
7.
And Sohina?
I rolled a 16 plus my plus 3 initiative. I got a 19.
Nice.
Excellent. You did jump in front of us.
And I have dropped an image of the thing in
goody.
the Discord.
That is so cool.
Just opened it to the picture of Cheech.
Don't
put that up.
It's a horrifying thing to fight. Fighting a Cheech. Yeesh. I do that every day on Call of Duty.
That's funny. Okay. 7, Sohina, 19, and 20 for the beast. So it roars and kind of howling sound, and then scuttles along the rock and jumps down onto the ground in front of you and hisses. That's its turn. What do you do, Sohina?
Is it in front of it, just like a couple feet away?
It's maybe it might be 10 feet away probably at this point.
All right. I think Sohina will stay where she is and launch her boomerang.
Okay.
And let's just do this. That is a 17 plus 5. That's a 22.
That does hit.
All right, and then I roll 1d4 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got my handy dandy little image that I had printed out of the diagrams of each die, so I know which one I'm rolling.
Nice.
Oh, that is a 1 plus 3, so a 4. Hits for 4.
All right, so you throw the boomerang and it it hits the scaly flank of this creature and then returns to you.
And for a bonus action, I don't think I want to do anything yet.
Okay. Then it is Finian's turn.
We're all standing equidistant from it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I am going to charge it.
Okay.
And as a bonus action while I run at it, we're going to summon the Mystic Metal.
Nice.
So my armor will come flying on behind me as I'm sprinting full speed at it with the... with my... we're going to leave the javelin on my back.
Okay.
We've been marching. So we're going to swing at it using the... hang on. Can I do this? Yeah. I'm going to swing at it with the javelin. I'm going to use that because I haven't transformed and I don't have a bonus action. So we're going to swing at it with the javelin, but I'm charging it. So I'm going to use Furious Charge on it.
Okay.
So I am going to attack. We're going to not hit. Yep, we are going to be done with digital dice here, I think. That's a 7.
7 does not hit. You thrust at it with the javelin, and it just sort of bends its body away, and just kind of retreats just slightly from you, hissing.
Okay. That'll be that then.
And Eliwise.
Is this an animal?
It is a monstrosity, but yeah, it's an animal.
Okay. I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
Ooh. Okay. Cool. you do that.
Is it still making noises? And if so, what are those noises saying?
It's still kind of hissing, and you can hear. It doesn't exactly become words, but the sounds are. No, stop it!
Are you in trouble?
It looks taken aback and sort of swivels its head as you suddenly speak in a very rolling, draconic sounding language, and looks at you. Yes, trouble, hurt.
What's hurt?
It looks uncertainly at the other two of your companions, who both attacked it.
Right. Ellie-wise turns to them, and I am talking to it.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't just noises.
Oh.
And
What?
Well, you did hurt it, so success. If please don't attack.
It scuttles about 15 feet away, technically provoking an attack of opportunity if anyone would like to take one.
nope, Ellie said not to.
Okay.
And I have a bonus action.
Sure.
Oh no. Well,
You
I'm so
you can
sorry.
do things. You guys have halted fighting, so we don't have to stick to the strict turn.
okay.
system.
I have
like the
nature's
helmet
gift,
to
and
dissolve.
I just.
Okay. You want to do what?
That's awesome. Nature's gift.
Okay.
I can heal.
Ah.
So I would like to, as a bonus action, walk up to the creature and heal it.
Okay. So as you walk up to it, you can, and it's behaving like a very sort of nervous creature, but it allows you to get around, and you can see that of its many legs, one of them appears pretty severely mangled, and there are also several places along its flank where you can see steaming blood seeping from wounds along its side. And so you touch it, and how many hit points does it get back?
4.
Okay. And some of the wounds, some of the bleeding stops in a few places. And it seems to relax slightly.
So cute.
It's very vocal. What happened? Well, sorry, is that damage from my companions, or was that damage? No. Okay, that's what I thought.
No, the most harm this thing took from your companions is Sohaina bounced a boomerang off of its side.
Okay.
He got bonked.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't misreading that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so what happened?
Fell.
Oh no.
Help. And it
Yeah.
kind of retreats back in another direction. It's sort of limping still a little bit. It's moving a little awkwardly, like it's still pretty badly hurt. But it retreats back in another direction and then pauses and swivels its head around and looks at you all.
Does it?
Are
we following it?
Okay. I think it just asked for help, so I would like to.
Sure. The electricity on the javelin will stop crackling, but will now walking stick with a javelin, I guess.
All right.
So you all start following?
Sorry, it is comprehend languages. Would that work here, or is that?
It would not.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so we are following. So yeah, it starts scuttling along the grass, and after a bit, Eliwise and Sohaina, because you both have very high passive perceptions, you notice that there is smoke rising over the next ridge, and it is leading you in that direction. And as you come over the ridge, you see several things all at once. In the valley, there is a grounded airship that appears to the engine appears to have malfunctioned. The elemental matrix appears to have malfunctioned. The ring is not active, and it seems to have come in for to a hard landing in the valley. You can see some significant damage. The creature you have been following gets down to the end of a hill and looks in alarm, because there are two people, one of whom is at the helm, seeming to be trying to get the engine going again. But the problem is, on the ship's hull, and there are two manticores. These are big, strong, lion-like creatures with dragon-like wings and horns and tails that are covered in barbed spikes. They're relatively, these are things that live in this part of Corvair, and so you are all aware of what a manticore is, and that they can fling those barbs. The manticores are both facing a person on the deck who looks like a young woman. She has a blade in one hand that is flashing and shining with this almost fiery pinkish light that is also blazing from her eyes. The person at the helm looks to be an adult man, and he is alternating between trying to get the engine going and occasionally shooting at the manticores with an arcane blaster that's in his other hand. And that's what you see.
All right.
The thing we were following said help. Is there any indication of, what? Which side are we supposed to help according to that creature?
It looks up at you. It looks exhausted by having run this distance while injured. It looks up at you. Help!
Which ones?
Help, friends. Fight monsters, not monsters. Manticores. Fight manticores. Help friends.
Fight manticores. Help
She
friends.
say fight manticore. Is that what you just said, Annie? Fight
That's-
manticores.
It did. The creatures told us to fight the manticores. I did because I was repeating
Right.
what this creature was telling us, and to help those friends.
So, new fight. All right.
We have now seen this. We are definitely in it. Yes.
Eliwise, I like you and I trust you, but are we sure? Are we sure that this little guy here isn't leading us into a trap? Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure about anything. This is not what I thought I was going to see when I saw the smoke and we headed over. I thought maybe, no, it doesn't matter. There's, I don't know.
So we're fighting. We're fighting. Right? Is the play we're fighting?
We're
Can
definitely
I-
going to find out what happened, right?
Someone will
We
win,
have
someone
to-
will lose.
Can I
We
hear
go?
the manticores? What are they saying?
The manticores are roaring, and they seem to be kind of operating as a. You have the impression that this is a hunting pair that have come upon this wreck and are trying to eat the people aboard.
Predator. Got
Yep.
it.
Am I able to do a what is the thing? Is it an investigation check or a perception check when you're trying to figure out if somebody is telling you the truth? Which one?
Insight. It would be insight.
Insight. That is the word. Insight. Yeah, I would like to do. Can I do insight on the our many-legged friend?
Well, you can't understand what it's saying, so you're not really able to judge its truth because you can't
Okay.
understand what it's saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, the manticores are trying to eat the people. I don't know if the people deserve it or not, but I guess we could find out.
Yeah, and I guess too. This guy's here is kind of hurt. So if he turns on us, we could probably take. I mean, this sounds.
How far are
he can't
we away?
understand me, right?
He can't understand you. No.
Okay, so we could take him out if we needed to.
You're about, as you come over the ridge, I would say you're probably 40 feet from the ship.
Perfect. So, distance to the first manticore.
About the same.
Okay. I'm gonna throw my javelin of lightning at that first one because
Awesome.
a fight is
Fantastic.
still happening and someone's gonna die. So, it's only gonna be a 9.
A 9 does not hit.
Okay.
Are we
So-
still in initiative order? Or?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start the round. Okay, so a new round of combat. The first thing that happens is the young woman who's on the ship is sort of dodging back and forth, cursing like a sailor, and slashing. The manticores are kind of like circling around her, and so in frustration, you see her left hand, her empty hand, suddenly flashes with the same sort of pinkish energy, and she slams it down on the deck. And the manticores are going to make a save, and both of the manticores are thrown 10 feet back from her. One of them lands on the grass off the ship. The other one sort of skitters to a stop on the other side of the ship. And you can see that some of the decking has buckled under it, and you hear the man at the helm shout, "Watch the ship!" And that is her turn. And then it is Sohina's turn.
Okay. From this distance, Boomerang can reach, I believe. I think-
You should have the
where
range
heck am I
noted next to it.
Looking. Yeah, 60, 120. All right, here we go. Gonna. That is 11. Why am I struggling? Plus 5 is 16.
16 will hit.
Great. So we're gonna do our 1d4 plus 3. Come on. 3. So that's 6.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Anything else?
I think I'd like to toss up Celebrate Life.
Okay. So you start your performance and remind your companions what that means they get to do.
I'm not finding anything easily today. I'm so sorry. Where the heck is it? There it is. Okay. Allies within range can choose to expend one of their hit dice at the start of their turn. When they do so, they roll the expended die, recover a number of hit points equal to the result, plus my charisma modifier, which is
3 or 4?
4.
4. Yeah. So you guys just have a free action. You can spend a hit die and heal at the beginning of your turn if you need to.
And that's my turn.
Okay, cool. Then the man at the helm is going to stand up and shoot at the manticore that's still on the ship, but will miss. And then leans back down and starts working at the helm again. And then it is the turn of Finian.
Okay, I am going to start moving towards the one that is on the ground.
Okay.
Because I have augmented the javelin. It's going to return to my hand. I'm going to grab it and then going to throw it again.
Awesome.
Very nice.
I even pulled out my physical die to roll it. It's going to look real cool, but nothing's going to happen.
Yes, you miss with another throw with a 6. It probably would have, but the manticore like falls and rolls prone, and so the javelin passes just through the space where it was, and then returns to your hand as you rush forward. However, the manticore is aware of you now, and so as you rush forward, it kicks itself up onto its feet, roars, and is going to rush at you. The first thing it's going to do, though, actually, is it is going to its tail whips up scorpion-like, and you see all of these spiked barbs flare at it, and 2 of them are going to burst off the tail and shoot towards Finian. The first one is for only 13.
Nope.
The second one, however, is for 24.
Yeah, that'll
All
hit.
right.
Yeah,
That'll hit. I thought that it might. So you are going to take.
Goodness.
You take. You take 9 piercing damage and 6 poison damage.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So as you're rushing forward, one of these, this porcupine quill that's about that long, basically, flies through the air and just catches in a joint of the armor, and you feel this burning sensation as the poison gets in. Then the other manticore is going to leap up and attack the young woman on the deck again. Rushes back towards her and is going to bite and then claw at her, and is going to hit with both of those attacks. 7 and 7. So she is hit pretty badly. It's going to take 14 damage. Gets knocked sideways. Rolls on the deck, comes back up to her feet, flourishes the sword out to one side, and tries to get the blade between her and the manticore. As she looks to see where the other manticore is, she sees you all coming, and says, "Help coming, Mal!" It is now Ellywise's turn.
Well, I thought I was going to do one thing, and then you hit Finian for 15. So I think I'm going to run up and cure wounds Finian.
Okay.
For 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
And for the sake of having it be known, the point that caught him in the shoulder, the armor around it has begun changing color, and the quill has been neutralized as it's in the armor. I misplayed earlier. This will come into effect later, but that's there. So
Nice.
Very good.
Cool.
cheers. Thank you.
Welcome. And then just Sam?
So, Sam.
Sam pops up. And then Sam attacks the manticore that attacked Finian. All right.
Wow.
For 23.
That definitely hits, yeah.
I think it's just a D6. Yes. But plus proficiency, so what is that, 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So 4 fire damage. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, so this flare of fire scorches across the fur of the manticore. And it is then back around to the top. The woman on the deck, seeing that you all are attacking one of the manticores, turns her attention fully to the other and rushes towards it. She moves really fast, darts around to the side, and slashes at it with her with the blade she's wielding. That's pretty good. That is just enough. She's going to hit it and deal. That's a bad damage roll. She's going to deal 8 points of damage to it. And that is going to be her turn. Then it is Sohaina.
How badly hurt does our lady in pink look?
There's a couple places where her clothes are torn by what look like claw strikes. She doesn't look like she's slowing down, but she definitely took a chunk. I mean, she got hit as hard as Finian, basically.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Then I would like my movement. We are 40 feet away. And I can get... Oh, shoot. Can I get up to her using my dash? I don't remember the name of it.
Oh, yes. You can.
All right. If I do that, does that take an action?
Don't you have a knoll thing where you get to...
Yep. I'm so sorry I don't have this. Knoll, lineage traits, sprinter. Powerful legs allow you to overrun. When you take the dash action, you gain extra movement equal to double your speed.
Okay.
Effectually, yeah.
So it does take your action. You just get a lot of movement out of it.
Okay. So that would take my action. And mage armor cannot be used as a bonus action, correct?
Correct.
Well, poop. Okay. All right. Nope. I'm gonna sprint up to her. So okay. I'm going to do that, and then for my bonus action, I would like to use my... Let me just check it. Bardic Inspiration. I just want to see.
Mm-hmm.
This is featured. Let's. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm also realizing that she would count as an ally, presumably, and therefore would also benefit from your Celebrate Life.
Okay. Then let me. I'm just trying to think. Who is the worst? Who looks the most hurt right now?
Right now, her, because Finian got.
All right, yeah. I'm tossing Bardic Inspiration, giving her a Bardic Inspiration, please. Sorry that took so long.
No, it's all right.
And that's my hit.
Awesome. Cool. So yes, you rush in, you magically inspire her, and that is your turn. The pilot is going to shoot at the Manticore again and actually roll okay. What is that? A T8. So a bolt of force damage flits past Sohaina and hits the Manticore for another 5 damage. And then he bends back down trying to fix things. And it is now Finian's turn.
So Finian came to a stop as he got hit, got the healing, summoned the javelin back, and frustratedly goes, all right now, and spins it around the gauntlet. And we are going to use the lightning javelin. It's going to fire the 5-foot lightning bolt out ahead of it now. So we're going to hurt it somehow. Let's see if we hit first of all. 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Okay, so it will take 8 piercing. And then it needs to make a dex save.
That's not great. That's only 11.
That does not save, so it takes 12 lightning damage.
Whew.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm imagining you throwing the lightning, the javelin, and it like sticks, and then there's just this pause, and then it goes.
So it's actually it's led by about a foot of the lightning, but then as it hits, that lightning envelops around, and then that's what causes the giant damage explosion.
Awesome. Yeah, this thing is looking bad at this point. That was hard on it. It's like over on its side and has to pick itself back up. Smoke coming off of its fur.
Nice.
You hear the giant lightning snake behind you make this sort of triumphant trumpeting sound as it roars its approval of killing things with lightning.
And so it's dead or it's injured?
It's not dead, no. It's but it's badly hurt. Yeah.
And I am how far from it?
You can be engaged with it at this point. You came close. Yeah.
Then after the throw, I would be following it up with movement.
Awesome.
And my bonus action would be to take the shard, will transform into the light hammer that I have used it for before.
Cool. The Manticore rounds on you as you rush up to it, and you are too close to fling poison spikes at right now, so it is going to attack with teeth and claws. So it is going to lunge forward with its with a bite and attack for that is a modified 20.
That'll do.
And so it will bite you for 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it will slash at you with a claw. That's not great. That's only 14.
Nope.
Okay. And then it will use its last attack to fling 1 tail spike at Ellie-wise. This will be at disadvantage because Finian is now adjacent to it.
Thanks, Finian.
So he rolled a 16 and a 17, so that's still 21 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 5 piercing damage and 6 poison damage.
Good night.
And that is its turn. The one up on the deck lunges at the woman and will attack with teeth and claws. It's going to miss with its teeth, but it's going to get a natural 20 on its claw attack.
Oh.
15 plus 3. So she's going to take 18 more damage.
Oh, no.
She's still on her feet, but that hurt real bad.
Wow.
And she does have bardic inspiration. Just
Yes. and celebrate life, which is going to be really nice when her turn comes around. Okay, so she's looking pretty badly hurt by that. She's bleeding from a claw wound across her chest, and then it is Ellie-Wise's turn.
Celebrate life. Does that specifically have to be at the beginning of my turn?
Yes.
Okay. And I can use one of my hit die for free.
Mm-hmm. And you get to add 4 to it because of Sohaina's charisma.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
Rad.
Yeah, that's gets me back to almost full health.
Awesome.
So celebrate life got me 10 hit points back. Thank you very much. Ellie-Wise just sort of goes and cast Scorching Ray. Just tentacles of fire explode from her.
Awesome.
Yes.
And one attacks the manticore in front of Finian.
Okay.
Can I do that one at a time, or do I have
Yeah.
to declare at
Yeah,
the
you
beginning? Okay. Ooh. And it does not hit for 10, so she will do it again.
Okay. 18 will hit.
18.
Yep.
And it takes 6 fire damage.
Okay. It is pretty badly hurt, but it is still on its feet.
Okay. And she will hit it again for 17.
That will hit.
Nice.
For 9 fire damage.
Nice. Okay, this thing is just barely holding on.
And Sam spits a fire seed at it.
Nice.
Let's
For 18.
go.
Hits.
Okay. For... All right. My proficiency bonus is 2, right? I'm not making that up. For 8 fire damage.
Nice. I mean, would you like to describe how you and Sam kill this manticore?
Yes.
I absolutely imagine, like, Ellie-Wise is so mad and, like, the fire tentacles spew out, and then just Sam sort of, like spits at it. Like, there's just this little spit
dart
wad of
flame.
fire.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's,
Sunflower seed of death.
Amazing.
and that's just what, like, incinerates.
So perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, it falls.
Good job, Sam.
Roaring. The other manticore lets out a bellow of fury as it sees its mate fall. And it is
Ignore that.
That makes me sad now.
Well, it is the young woman's turn. She's going to spend one of her hit dice. That is a roll of 3 plus 4. She's gonna get back 7 hit points. And then is going to she grins and flings herself at the manticore.
What?
And now that Sohaina is up here and adjacent, she can use sneak attack. So sneak attack is a rogue thing that lets you get extra damage when your allies are adjacent. That is going to hit, and she is going to deal. Oh my word, that is such a good roll. So she rolls a d6 for the weapon she's wielding, and 3d6 worth of sneak attack.
Wow.
And she rolled 3 6s on her sneak attack dice.
Oh.
Wow.
And a 4 on the regular die.
She's a menace.
Plus her
that's
3,
awesome.
so that is going to be 25 points of damage.
Holy
Wow.
smoke.
Go. So yeah, she lunges and just drives the blade through the manticore and then leaps aside. And then it is going to be Sohina's turn.
So Heina would like to use mage armor on the woman.
Okay. So that makes her AC. Is it 13 plus her dex, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That is going to boost her AC a bit.
Now I dashed up to her to get within touch range so I could do the mage armor. When she attacked the manticore, she's still
within. Yeah, you can still reach her.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, for bonus action, Finian, you are still somewhat injured, correct?
Yes.
All right, Bardic Inspiration for you. I know you already have Celebrate Life, but also Bardic Inspiration.
Cheers.
Cool. Very good. And then it is going to be the pilot who's going to shoot at the manticore and miss. And then it's going to be Finian.
All right. So I will roll that Bardic Inspiration after my attack here. So this is at the second one, and I have a hammer, so I'll go, all right then. Turning back to Ellie to celebrate and draw the hand crossbow and take a shot at the one that our new roguish friend is fighting. And miss with a 13.
You have a Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, I do. And so I roll what to add here? I've never been
what is your Bardic
inspired
Inspiration die?
D6.
Mia? You roll a D6.
Correct.
Here's the custom dice roll option here.
Bottom right-hand corner. Next to the text
all the way
box.
down there. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. So it would make it a 16.
That will hit.
Nice.
Huzzah. And that will be for 7 piercing damage.
All right. It is also looking pretty bad.
Good.
And it is its turn. It is just infuriated, and in spite of the disadvantage it's going to get at this, it is going to fling 2 tail spikes at Ellie-Wise, who just slew the other manticore. First roll is such a bad roll, and will miss. Second roll.
Awesome.
Wow, I just rolled 2 identical rolls with disadvantage. And both of them were single digits. So just this spray of spikes flies towards Ellie-Wise, and you know, I'm just imagining Ellie-Wise kind of like doing the, and then there's just spikes.
I saw a needle.
There's just spikes outlining her in the grass. Hits everywhere but her. But that is its whole turn, and it roars in rage, and yeah, it's going to leap into the air and try and fly away. The woman on the deck will take an attack of opportunity against it, and will hit.
Nice.
So it starts to leap into the air, and you just hear, "No, you don't!" And she just lunges forward and just leaps and drives the blade into the creature's chest as it leaps into the air, and it roars and collapses back and goes limp on the deck.
Nice.
And we are out of combat. She turns around. And says, "Who are you?"
Friends of, and then I point back to the lightning thing.
She looks back and sees the creature. Goes, "Sam!" And runs over, leaps off the ship, and runs over and flings her arms not very far around the enormous, sinuous body of the creature.
Oh, they're friends.
Well, by proxy, as says the pilot as he gets up and walks over. Still has his weapon in hand. Not entirely sure who he's encountered here. But yeah, the creature seems to have betrayed me somewhat and chosen a new favorite over time. I am much obliged to your timely arrival.
Sam
You're-
brought us. I have a Sam.
Oh, well, yeah, you do. Somewhat different elemental focus, I see.
It's our pleasure to be meeting you. I'm Finian Driftwood. My companions here will take care of their introductions, I'm sure. Who might you be?
Oh, you can call me Malcolm.
All right.
Malcolm.
Used to have a last name, but had a disagreement with them who gave it to me. So, just Malcolm's fine.
Hi.
I'm Ellie Weiss.
Oh, yeah. And-
Otherwise,
I'm Sohina.
Sohina and Finian. That's very good to meet you all. Appreciate your arriving. I do not know how that would have ended otherwise.
I'm sure you'd have handled yourself no matter. Your friend that told us to come seek you seems to be in a bit of a bad way. Is there help you and yours are needing right now?
Oh, we had a mechanical failure on our path, and we're very lucky I landed her upright. We were not upright
Landed.
the whole time that we were coming down. These things are fairly buoyant on their own, but when that elemental gets cranky, it can be a real problem. She threw us upside down at one point, and Sam lost hold and fell off about a mile back. So I'm right glad to see him.
So we're not exactly those of the Sky persuasion, so I can try to help you with repairs. I may need to take to understand how exactly this works.
I'd be very appreciative of that if you have the time. Obviously, we are a rather appealing meal of opportunity for some of the local wildlife.
Certainly seems that way. You
I could talk to
you
your
spoke about.
elemental for you.
Oh, that might be helpful. She and I speak some of the time. I'm capable, but that might be helpful. I don't meet a lot of people who can speak to elementals, so it's nice to make your acquaintance. And this is Sam.
Yes, this is.
how do you do? And he sort of grumbles in primordial, still with a rich drawl. How do you do, Sam?
Finian.
Mine goes by
sorry.
Lucy.
Lucy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, no, look, their elemental is getting a hug. See, they can have Ellie Wise. You know what Ellie Wise was saying about having an elemental that you're friends with, and look, that's what they're, and what.
I do hear you. I think friendship may be a challenging way to describe, as you just heard the gentleman say he was turned upside down in the air.
Okay, but Finian, they're hugging.
Well, just to clarify, little lady, that over there is Sam. Sam is a Bahir that I befriended a number of years ago. It is a long story. Lucy is an air elemental who lives aboard my ship, and it's not her fault. The elemental matrix is old, and I do my best to maintain it, but I can't just take it into a Kenneth dockyard and have them look at it, or a Lyrandar dockyard, and have some Kenneth mechanics look at it. So it broke, and Lucy spooked, and it was a lively morning.
It certainly seems that way.
And Sahina grumbles mostly to herself. Well, I still think they could be friends, even if I got that wrong. And then she looks over at the woman and says, "Hi. Who are you?"
She and Sam the Bahir are coming. This is really hilarious because after Casey introduced her elemental, she sent me a message and asked, "Did I make a mistake? Should I have not named the character Sam since there is already a creature called Sam in the world?" And I wrote back to her and said, "Listen, I mean, the odds of those two characters being on screen together." And then here we are. She looks up and says, "Oh, yeah, Donabella." That was a weird response.
Stay with us, Mia. Save it for the watch party, Mia.
She relaxes. She's the glow leaves her eyes, and the blade of her sword disappears, and she's just holding this sort of elaborately carved piece of crystal that is roughly the shape of a sword hilt and crossguard, which she hooks on her belt.
Are you okay? You yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think I am. I'm bleeding a lot, actually.
It would certainly appear that way.
Yeah, I don't know if those things have like serious claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, and teeth, as a matter of fact. If we're getting deep into this here, yeah, quite substantial.
I mean, I had it, but it was nice that you guys came along.
You just
I could cure wounds. Would that be okay?
If you want. If you want, yeah, you know,
you're welcome.
It's a new shirt.
11. You can have 11 hit points.
That feels a lot better. Yeah.
Oh, good.
There's not as much blood coming out of me now.
Shirt.
It's okay. I'll get I'll fix it. After I rest and make more blood.
Right. Make more blood is a wild thing to say, alas.
That's what happens when you rest, right?
Outrageous as a perspective on things. Wild choice of words, that. Right, so Malcolm, shall we look? Daylight doesn't become more plentiful.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you're willing, I sure would appreciate it.
Do
and
y'all mind if we're helping, yeah?
Yes.
Right? No, I'd like to speak to Lucy immediately.
Right. Cheers. We best get to seeing. I've got a knack for fixing. As he walks with Malcolm wherever he's led.
Malcolm opens a hatch and in the housing of the helm, and there's a ladder that leads you all down into the guts of the ship. It's pretty cramped with all three of you trying to clamber down in there. Finian, you may have been in the engine space of an airship at some point in your previous trade.
Yes, having worked in that.
Yeah.
But the other advantage, for the sake of having it re-clarified, is I do have eyes of the maker, so even this older would fully be comprehended by him upon laying hands on it.
So airships are a relatively recent, but like airplanes in the real world, the pace of advancement is pretty rapid. This is an old airship. You can tell immediately just looking at the way the internal workings are. The space usage is not very efficient. The runes used are of an older mode than what you probably had worked on before. The dragon shard matrix that houses the elemental and allows the elemental to control the ship as an engine is big and kind of chunky, but yeah, I mean, yes, with your skill set, you absolutely do know what you're doing.
I would like to, along the way of repairing, pitch Malcolm on a couple ways we could streamline this right here, and just not trying to be a know-it-all to the new guy, because he seems pretty chill and his voice is great. But would like to help him maybe have less risk of going upside down again.
Yep. And you can see where it went wrong as well. Like, you can see that a bit of the there's a whole lot of like really exotic metals that are worked into this wire lattice, in the middle of which rests the big Kyber dragon shard, where the elemental lives. And some of those have over time aged and like corroded a little bit, and some of them just came loose, which would have just completely undone the ability of Lucy to stabilize the vessel.
As he points those out, I'm gonna say he had dismissed the shard back to its normal point, and will use a second charge for the day to convert it into the mallet of creation that he used in creating his own armor, which will allow him better work with magical and mystical metals. It is, in fact, yeah. It's been quite useful.
And he has, a tool set that's a pretty good, like, it's newer, it's a pretty good set of artificer's tools, but obviously not magical.
Magic.
Yeah. And he sort of affectionately pats the crystal and says, "We'll get you going again soon, girl." And then he settles down to help Malcolm, pretty easily falling into the role of assistant, though watching carefully to see what you're doing to his ship.
Sure.
What's Ellywise doing?
Oh, as soon as she can, approaches the elemental. And are you being held against your will, or are you here by your choice? Understanding that Malcolm understands her.
The voice inside comes back. was called here from outside. Was put here long ago. I think. Maybe not. Time here, weird.
Yeah.
Like flying.
Do you want to be here?
Where else?
Well, you could be outside.
How outside again?
We would just free you from being bound to this ship.
What's that?
Oh, I'm just talking to Lucy to see if this is her choice or not.
Oh, I see. You're from Logallen then.
Yes. You are
Right.
well traveled, huh?
Yeah.
In this ship by Lucy.
Yeah. No, she is. If she had use for money, I'd give her a wage. But just before you start getting a little ahead of yourself, when she says outside, she's talking Sirania, back to the plane of air.
I'm glad you clarified. So, yeah, I could get you out of this ship. I cannot get you there, though. Yet.
Then where else?
Well, and that's kind of up to you, is my point. Does he treat you well?
We
he
fly.
Malcolm. Do you like flying?
Yes.
Excellent. Do you have any requests?
Fly?
Oh, yeah. They're working on that. It might be a little bit, though. Okay, but if you want out of here, you just let me know.
Outside?
Well, I think outside to you means something different than outside to me. So I don't know how to answer that question.
Not outside.
Outside of this ship.
You sense confusion at the word ship.
Sam, if you have any suggestions.
Sam says, air elementals are weird, man.
I know. It's great.
Which Sam just said that?
Fire elemental Sam.
Okay. Just making sure.
They
She's
don't
been
like
talking to beasts and elementals. And she's just gurgling in the corner as far as Finian's concerned. So I don't know what's happening.
They don't like to burn anything. Can I eat this? Sam says, looking over at the ship.
Oh, no. There's a giant dead manticore, though, if you want to burn that up.
Okay. Why do people make stuff out of food?
Limited resources.
Sam floats out of the hatch and goes to start consuming the manticore corpse.
Gross. It's awesome.
While all of that is going on,
Yeah.
I would like Sohina to be She doesn't have any kind of cure wounds or anything on her, but is there a way she can do something bardy to soothe Sam the Bahir?
You could make a medicine check. I don't know if you're proficient in medicine, but you could make a medicine check to try and just essentially literally do first aid on Sam the Bahir. You could also, this would be more bardy. You could make a performance check to play something relaxing that Sam the Bahir likes.
While I think that's nice, I would prefer to do something that can hopefully help Sam feel better. So I'm going to do medicine.
Okay.
Oh no. Yep. No, that was a 2.
Sahina would also know that Finian has a willow bark salve in his bag.
Oh, right.
If you were needing to apply a small amount, but some medicine.
Okay. Shoot. Sam, I don't have anything that I could help you with, but my friend Finian might Finian?
Yeah.
Do you have any of that willow bark salve?
Yeah.
Can we put some of it on Sam?
On what, Sam?
The one, oh right, the one up here, the blue one.
They're both up there.
Okay, the one with a bunch of legs, the one that isn't, the one you can hug.
Not our Sam. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna feel better soon.
His bag is up on the deck because he didn't bring that down with it because he makes his own tool. So there you go.
He's a Bahir, says Donabella.
What did I say?
You just said he was the blue one, or the one with lots of legs, and the one you can hug. I mean, that's all true, but he's a Bahir.
Bahir? Okay, and then she takes out her notepad.
I never met a Knoll.
Oh! Hi. Yeah, that's me.
There were some in Stormreach, mostly gladiators.
Yeah, my tribe was they were pirates.
Rad.
Well, yeah. But yeah, now I'm with these guys and they're pirates too, so that's good.
You're a Knoll pirate? That's awesome.
Oh. Okay. And she waggles her tail a little bit. Thank you.
I tried to talk Malcolm into being a pirate, but
it doesn't work.
No.
Oh.
Just wants to carry cargo.
Oh. Hey, do you like hats?
I don't wear hats very often. I've found I like scarves.
Scarves? Oh,
She is wearing a red scarf draped around her shoulders.
Oh, yeah, the one you are wearing is really pretty. Would you like another one?
Sure.
Okay. So you were doing what you were doing was pink. Do you like pink?
Yeah, pink and white and gold and just bright colors in general, kind of my thing.
All right, and
Just thinking about coloring my hair.
Oh.
And I might.
That sounds good. What color?
I don't know. Something bright. Like bright green or blue or something. I don't know. Whatever I want, that's what.
I like that.
Well, they're going up there. Finian, make a check with your tools. Make a check with your artificer tools using probably intelligence, I think.
21.
Yes.
Yeah. So this probably takes a little. I would say this probably takes a couple hours. Like it's a complicated job. You are having to sort of rebuild some of the matrix And so you're there for a couple of hours with Malcolm, pretty quickly confident in what you're doing, and so watching. Once Ellywise stops talking about liberating his engine, he relaxes a little bit and starts handing you tools with both hands and takes the other one off of his weapon. Yeah, so after a couple of hours, you've got the matrix reestablished, and there's this crackling sound, and those of you up on the deck, and otherwise I don't know if you stay in the engine the whole time or not, but those of you up on the deck see sparks start to come out of so normally there's a big elemental ring, but it runs through a bunch of arms, which are obviously empty right now, and lightning kind of arcs between them a few times and then starts to move more consistently.
Your friend likes it.
There is immediately, and Malcolm grins and thumps the wall of the engine. There's immediately a sort of burning smell as the airship lifts itself off the ground, scorching the grass in a wide ring below it.
Finian wobbles like he's never been unsteady before.
Settles into a hover about 20 feet off the ground. Donabella grins and leans over. I knew we'd be fine.
You were right.
Wow, that elemental really ate all of that manticore.
She was very hungry.
I was going to take a claw back to Pog.
Oh.
It's all right.
Well, there are two of them, right?
That's okay. I've got this. And she holds up a big old quill that she pulled out of herself a little while ago.
It's so metal.
This is pretty cool.
That is.
And not everything has quills. Lots of things have claws.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
That is a fair point, and a story that we will not tell your mother when we get home. You worry too much, Mal. She knows I'm awesome. Yeah, but it's cooler if you don't have to tell everyone all of the ways in which you are awesome.
I don't know. Have you ever had a poem written about your exploits? It's quite an addicting sensation, I must say.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear one.
Yes.
Well, I haven't quite got Giant down well enough, and the way that they perform it, it's like down here in the throat, and I don't know how to...
Where words come from. Right.
Hey.
Yeah.
I know what I meant.
At least you do.
Anyway, I think you have to kind of, I don't know, it's like you got to grow up drow to get it. Ilya can do it. I can't make the sound.
I bet it's a lovely poem.
It's really good. You have to hear it with drums, though.
Oh, I like drums.
Doesn't that make it a song at that point? It's no longer just a poem.
It's kind of a chant. But it's pretty awesome.
All right. Well, cheers then.
Yeah. It was a great quest.
I want one.
What time are we looking at here?
It's evening.
Okay.
The sun is setting.
So this took us a couple hours. We left in the morning, so we're only halfway there.
You would get there. I mean, assuming you would. The assumption was you would camp, and you'd probably get there by noon tomorrow.
Genuinely forgot about our own quest, by the way. So caught up.
Fangirling right now, and I can't blame you. Right. So,
we're not. I mean, we're already delayed. if you would like to camp on deck here.
Oh, that would be delightful, friend.
Off the ground seems a little better than otherwise.
If you say
all things
so.
considering. Well, I mean, we were on the ground for a couple of hours before a couple of manticores decided to try to eat us, so... Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm a bigger fan of the water, but that's getting into pedantics there.
Fair enough. I mean, I could get you to the water, I guess.
As a matter of fact, we were headed weirdly for who we are, deeper inland, and if we're not asking too terribly much, it might save us if you could drop us in the morning where we're headed. Just
where are you headed?
Finian pulls out the map. So when we turn to go to you, I think we're right here, and I'm heading up to there.
He looks. Man, whoever made this map has exquisite penmanship.
And you ought to see his eyes.
That's what I said.
I need you to know. Don't trust him.
I mean, by flight. What?
As a general rule, I start there.
Fair enough.
He has trust problems.
By flight, this is only about an hour. I can easily get you there in the morning.
That would be
great.
an incredible help to us.
Right. Well, we don't have a lot of quarters, so but I got some extra hammocks if you want.
That's an entire room to us, as a matter of fact. That's
fair enough.
Sort of our thing.
Well, all right then. I guess Donabella, let's break out some food. And as you all said, I do not have the facilities to produce pancakes, unfortunately. And as you all settle in for dinner aboard the Wildcat, we will leave this episode there. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us or see any of the other things done by these amazing people, you can find links to all of that down below, including to our Discord. You can, of course, also let us know what you think in comments, and we greatly appreciate any of the buttons you might push on this video.
Mm-hmm.
New episodes of Blades and Banners come out on Monday. You can join us for a watch party in Mia's Discord, The Sandbox, at 7 o'clock in the evening. And on alternating Fridays, we have the Ship's Log over on our YouTube channel, our Q&A show. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.
Great episode, Oren.